Hello, welcome to the BBC Schools Report at All Saints Academy. My name is Eloise and this is my co-host Bethany.
Today, our news includes information on this year's Olympic flame, which is coming to Cheltenham.
Also, shocking news about a coach crash in the Swiss Alps where it carried 52 people, 2 bus drivers, 4 other adults and 46 children aged 11 to 12.
We ask, will Encyclopaedia Britannica be defeated by Wikipedia?
And we investigate Joseph Kony, head of the LRA and the most wanted criminal in the world.
The social network site Facebook has been the hub of much talk about Joseph Kony. This video, which has been posted on YouTube, has been watched by 79,126,000 people worldwide. 7 years ago, Jason Russell, who is the co-founder of Invisible Children, went to Uganda with his friends. Whilst walking, he saw young people running in different directions. Curious about what was going on, he stops a boy called Jacob. He asks Jacob what's going on. He replies, "We are running away from the rebels. We worry the rebels that when they arrest us, that they will kill us. My brother tried to escape, then they killed him. They cut his neck in front of Jacob, and he had to watch his brother die."
All these people in Africa are afraid to sleep in the fear that they will be abducted by the rebels. Their homes are far away from town and they are afraid that they will be taken and killed. The victims ran to places in the middle of nowhere and hide in congregations. The Invisible Children are a foundation dedicated to stopping Joseph Kony. Jason Russell fights to stop children exploitation. Many people don't understand or even know about this issue and its importance.
Many people in Africa have had dreams to be doctors, lawyers and artists. Jacob is one of them. They're inspired to be something different, but time is running out. Their only wish right now is to be killed. I don't know anyone who doesn't hate Joseph Kony. This is something from Angelina Jolie. We interviewed some of our teachers to see what their opinions were about Kony.
Mr. Wright, part of our English department, said that anyone who exploits children is extremely cruel and heartless.
Mr. Powell, deputy head of All Saints Academy, said he's an appalling person who damages countries for his own personal gain.
There are lots of murderers, rapists and terrorists out in the world, but Joseph Kony turns out to be the #1 international criminal. One of the US governors said, "Kony is the first guy indicted by the ICC. The crimes are basically crimes against humanity and war crimes committed against the civilian population, including murder, sexual slavery, rapes and abductions. We need to plan how to arrest Kony. The only way to stop him is to show him we are going to arrest him." Santo Okapola, a politician of Uganda's opinion, is they should let the national community take justice to him there. However, Kony now knows that we are after him. Therefore, he has changed his tactics to make it harder for us to get him.
Hopefully we'll find him by the 31st December 2012.
On the 13th, a bus crashed on its way back from a school skiing trip to the Swiss Alps. It carried 52 people, 2 bus drivers, 4 other adults and 46 children aged 11 to 12. This bus crash followed another recent crash in northern France. This killed 1 person and seriously injuring over 20 people. The crash in Switzerland is much worse because it had killed 28 people and the rest were left with major injuries.
The police described this crash as unprecedented. The 2-lane tunnel was not busy and the driving conditions were normal. The police are now investigating the situation and how it happened. Over 300 rescuers were at the same scene of the crash. They all tried to help the people in the bus. When the bus hit the tunnel walls, the drivers were immediately killed.
The children of St. Lambertus Primary School mourn for the loss of their fellow classmates. Belgium has declared a national day of mourning for the children who have died in the crash.
Grieving families and pupils waited outside St. Lambertus for news of the victims and casualties.
A fatal tragedy that will hopefully never happen again. This year, the Olympic flame is coming to Cheltenham on the 23rd of May 2012. Some people have been chosen to carry the Olympic flame through Cheltenham town.
A pupil from All Saints Academy has been asked to hold the flame. We asked her some questions. One of the questions was, "Are you excited about carrying the Olympic flame appearing throughout Cheltenham?" She replied, "Yes, I am, because it is one once in a lifetime opportunity." We also asked, "Why did you get chosen to carry around the torch itself?" The lucky girl replied, "One of my teachers nominated me because of my effort during PE lessons, despite my disabilities." The last question we asked was, how did you feel when you found out? The inspirational young lady replied, excited but nervous at the same time. Has Encyclopedia Britannica been defeated by Wikipedia? 244 years, 34 volumes of mass information, but now, this large collection has only 8,000 sets left in stores and will not be published anymore. Now the Encyclopedia Britannica will be only available in digital form.
These books were first published between 1768 and 1771 in Edinburgh in just 3 volumes. In 1801 to 1809, there had been already 20 volumes. The books were also sold door-to-door salesmen. These books help worried parents of children who are searching for new knowledge. However, once a volume is printed and published, it is already obsolete, as there might be new information outside.
Wikipedia only started on March 9, 2000, and there's over 21 million articles in 283 different languages. It's a website that volunteers can publish and edit entries. Now this website is viewed by students for their homework, teachers and professors who correct the articles, those who just mess the website up, or those who are just curious to find out the life of a person.
The books had its typos, grammatical errors, and dull moments. It had also been criticised for being racist and sexist. Even with the stop of the stocking, hopefully the future will still remember this collection. And now some extra news about All Saints Academy. World Book Day was a big success, with many members of staff dressing up as their favourite book characters. From Twilight to Where's Wally, there were many different characters. Students were given worksheets and tasks to find all the members of the class dressed up and work out which book character they were. Also throughout the day, the students were asked to find hidden books around the academy. When a book was found, students were asked to fill in the sheet on a display board. Every student was also issued a free World Book Day token, entitling them to one free book which can be bought from most bookstores.
Hello, I'm Megan.
And I'm Beth. Today's headlines are: Ofsted Chief Inspector raises literacy concerns,
Living on a wish and a prayer. Wishful thinking falls on final hurdle.
McLaren unsure of progress in Melbourne,
And school children get involved with the Olympics.
Ofsted Chief Inspector raises literacy concerns. Chief Inspector Sir Michael Wilshaw has said that literacy progress has stalled in the UK and has fallen behind everyone else. He told BBC Two that reading standards haven't improved since 2005. Teaching unions have said that big improvements have been made in the past 2 decades. The unions have accused the government and Ofsted of playing with the international data. However, Sir Michael said reading standards went up between 1995 and 2005. Chief Inspector Michael Wilshaw said that a number of children won't reach level 4 at the end of primary school. He put the figure at 1 in 5 children. He also said even children who do reach expected standards will still not get a guaranteed pass in GCSEs. He pointed out to many people that 45% of the UK are lucky to get a grade C in English. He is still questioning whether Year 6 students are getting a high enough grade to prepare properly for secondary school.
Living on a wish and a prayer. Wishful thinking trips at final hurdle. There was shock at Cheltenham Festival yesterday as the racehorse Wishful Thinking crashed the barriers after tripping on a final hurdle on the first circuit, launching his jockey into the field. The Duchess of Cornwall and Zara Phillips watched on in horror as the jockey Richard Johnson, Zara Phillips' ex-boyfriend, was hurled into the field. At the same time, the horse collided with a French photographer. The photographer, from what we know at the moment, is in recovery and only suffered a cut to the head. The jockey, unbelievably, only got some severe bruising. This horse, amazingly, also is unharmed. Claire Balding was interviewed in the aftermath of the incident and said that from what she could see, the photographer's camera was responsible for his injuries.
McLaren unsure of progress in Melbourne.
Formula One team McLaren drivers Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button are unsure of their progress in Melbourne. The team hope to end Red Bull's reign over the last 2 years. Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button said they are excited for the start of new season. Hamilton also said, "I feel privileged to be here. The team has been working hard to prepare us for the new season and I'm in fighting shape. But we're not heading into the weekend thinking we're in the best shape, because we are not beat, and that would look silly."
Hamilton's teammate, Button, has the same thinking as Hamilton. As he said, we all do all the hard work in winter testing and then we all get very excited about coming here. Lewis was in reflective mood after the last season as he only won 3 races and got caught up in many controversies. The last thing that Hamilton said was that you may think a good start is important, but it is about the consistency throughout the year that matters. Children from schools getting involved in the Gold Challenge. What is the Gold Challenge? Gold Challenge is a charity challenge where you take on Olympic or Paralympic sports to raise money for charity. Working with the British Olympics Association, Team Great Britain, Sport England and lots of other sporting associations to provide you with all the support you need to take part. Gold Challenge currently has over 125 charity partners and aims to raise more than £20 million for them.
All Saints Academy took part in the Gold Challenge. 850 students and many teachers took part and tried to raise as much money for the Gold Challenge. The sponsors are still being collected from the students. All Saints Academy was raising money for the National Star College. The National Star College's mission is to enable people with disabilities to realise their potential through individual learning, transition and lifestyle services.
Now we are going to go to some reporters, including our fellow presenter Megan, that were there at All Saints Academy on the day.
Hello and welcome, where we are at the trackside of Healthy Me Day. At the moment, Westminster is doing their part for the National Star College. Each house has to run 201.2 kilometres, but each form has to run 20.12 kilometres.
Later on, we'll be interviewing the teachers and the children about what they think about raising money for the National Star College.
So catch us later when we talk to York, Durham and Canterbury. So Declan, how many whips have you done so far?
72.
And is it fun?
Yes.
You worn out?
Yes.
Declan, how much money do you hope to raise for your house?
A lot.
Do you think National Star College will appreciate it?
Yes.
Do you know how many sponsors you've got and how much money they've given you?
I've got 3 sponsors and I've got £10, 12 pence.
That's amazing. Thank you. Hello, we are with some representatives from the National Star College. We are here to ask them some interesting questions. What do you think of All Saints representing the National Star College?
I think it's great that All Saints are representing National Star College. It's really great to see the kids taking on something to help our students, and it's good to get our names out there into the community and kind of build these partnerships. So I think it's really wonderful that all the school kids are taking this on today.
Do you hope that All Saints Academy raises a lot of money for National Star College to help with your students?
Any money that All Saints Academy can raise is fantastic. Every little helps, as they say, and all the fundraising that you're doing is really going to help the students at National Star College and help us give them everything that they need so that they can develop and live a bit more of an independent life when they leave college. So every little helps, so as much as you can is great.
Thank you, Megan and Emily, for that report.
Danielle interviewed a member of staff, Miss Caden Levy, on her involvement with sport in the community and the Olympics.
When is the Olympics coming to Cheltenham?
The Olympic torch is coming through Cheltenham on the 23rd of May, and we've got a celebratory event going on, including primary schools and secondary schools. We've got triathlon, girls rugby, and the archery competition.
How can Cheltenham get involved on the day of the Olympics?
On the day of the 23rd, when the torch is coming through Cheltenham, everyone's encouraged to go and be part of that, basically. So you can go into town and watch the torch come through Cheltenham, or there's going to be a massive event at the racecourse, so everyone can be involved in that. And on the day of the actual Olympics, starting on the 17th of July, I hope everyone can be involved just by watching.
Thank you from me, Megan, Eloise and Bethany.
We hope you have enjoyed our BBC School News report.
And
good night.